Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Okay, this is going to be the first of five-part series talking about concealed carry. All of these aspects in concealed carry. These are all things you need to consider when you do concealed carry. And they're all... You have to consider all of them to make each one of them work. And the first one will be the weapon itself. What kind of firearm do you carry on a concealed carry? I'll tell you. Now, I'm experienced in this. I'm experienced in carrying. I've carried for almost 50 years. Let's see, 48 years, 49 years, yeah. And so I've carried. I've been in business. In other words, I've had to deal with robbers. I've had to deal with assaults. I've had to, when other people are in trouble, I've had to get involved in it. I've been in shootings. I know what it's like to get blood on you. So all of this that I'm talking about is at the very top end. The very top end when it comes to carrying concealed. You're gonna have a lot of weenies that really don't know. They've studied, they've looked at books, they think they know something. But I say I am talking from the heart on this. Okay, the weapon. People say, you go to a gun store, or your friends will say, here, and you hold the weapon, and they say, oh, how does it feel? How does it feel? And we've talked about it. I made a video about the Perfect Firearm. And like I say, it's not how it feels. The first thing on a firearm is, right when you're holding it, you should be able to, without aiming, you should be able to point, and it should be accurate. I made a whole video talking about, matter of fact, I think it was a 3-part video. But anyway, talking about the perfect firearm for concealed carry. And you don't have time to screw around with aiming. A matter of fact, all of these that I'm talking about, all these different things in this protocol for how to carry a concealed weapon, you will find they are very simple and they're very accurate. And so the thing is, and I'm like I say, I'm not going to tell you exactly how to get the gun, but like I say, it's not, doesn't matter how it feels. It needs to point. And then you have to look at the safety measures on it. There's a safety, like it's got a little flicker for safety or whatever, but sometimes when you are called upon to pull your weapon, well, for me, every time I've pulled my weapon in the way of I was getting ready to shoot somebody, it was multiple people. I want to say, I know it wasn't one. I'm trying to think if it's even 2. But it's always been a whole lot. And so the thing is, you have to figure in if it's too big of a concealed carry weapon, it's going to be too hard, too heavy to swing around. And it's going to be too heavy to carry. And so then that's why the little ones have been really, people have been thinking about and doing like that. Now, a lot of people been thinking on 22s. I made a video talking about the 22. It's not going to work. I'm talking about concealed carry self-defense. I've got weird people that will say, well, you come into my house, I'm going to shoot you 6 times in the head. Well, what are you going to do? I'm not talking about in your house. I'm talking about when you're walking around, you're shopping and stuff like this. Okay, there's 2, 3, 4, no telling how many people there are. You're not going to shoot six times in everybody's head. You're not going to do it. So be realistic. So, in other words, you're going to have to get a larger caliber. And it won't be a 25. 32, you know, I've carried a 32. But you're really pushing it. 380, you're really pushing it. 38 is really about the minimum. I've made a video talking about the 2 firearms that you have to have, and that is hammerless 38. I suggested Smith & Wesson Airweight. It's light, and if it's too heavy, you're not going to carry it, so you need it light. It's hammerless, so you can shoot it out of your pocket, your coat pocket. Got some idiots that think they're going to put it in their pants pocket and shoot out of their pant pocket. Yeah. But you wear it a jacket. And I've made a video talking about how one time, I've only used it one time. And that was after I had a back operation, and I had it in my coat pocket, and somebody got in my face. That 38 snub nose hammerless was within inches of his belly. So I had the advantage, but I didn't shoot him. I had all the rights. If you're looking about legal, yes, but I have morals. This is one of the things that it talks about when you carrying a weapon. You have a moral responsibility, and we'll get into that too. But I say, so I didn't shoot the guy. But I say his friends pulled him off before I had to get nasty. And but the thing is, so I've only needed it once. And like I say, it's so little, you don't bring it out and try to scare people. So let's see, well, yeah, that one only. I had another one, but I used with a hammer on it, and I had to pull it out. Doesn't work. I've already tried it. It's not scary enough. So, but the 38 is really about the smallest caliber. I carry a 9mm. People say, well, the gun is too hard for me to shoot. Okay, for one thing, you need to be able to practice and learn how to use it. Well, it gets too hard. Okay, then you need to try a different weapon. But it should aim the same thing. Point, you should be able to point it without aiming. Somebody hits in the head, you got blood in your eyes, you know, I mean, you're lucky to get your hands on your gun. The last thing you want to do is try to aim. So that's why it's got to point very well. And there's a big difference in the way of gun design. So on pointing and hitting the safety. Same thing, trying to get the safety when you've been knocked in the head. It's not that easy. Time is going against you. You don't have time to screw around with stuff. So the firearm is very important on which kind of firearm you have, the design and this. And so, and if you can't find a firearm to carry because it's too hard, it's too big, or whatever you want to whine about, don't carry. It's a responsibility. When you carry a firearm, you have a responsibility. Okay. So, in other words, you get at least a 38, and like I say, I don't care. You're going to have some other ones, but it's smaller, and you think you're going to go. It's not going to work. And don't even try to listen to these idiots that think they know something. It's not going to work. And like I say, you need to be. Now, I don't really worry about reloading because. It's in self-defense, it's trying to get the people away from you. And then after a few seconds, it might be 2 or 3 seconds, and then it changes from self-defense to a gunfight. That's a whole nother can of worms. We're not talking about that. We're talking about self-defense. So, but anyway, so the firearm that you choose needs to be simple. It needs to work really good. I suggest you get the best quality you can pay for and be ready to upgrade whenever you get more money. Like I say, I understand when you're young and you don't have anything and you feel you need to carry, you might get something inexpensive. But like I say, be prepared to upgrade when the time comes. And remember, you have to think of all these different aspects when it comes to carrying a firearm. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com. Get ready. There's a whole bunch in this series. Bye-bye.